Hello, welcome back to Chris's Moto Life. It's been a while. It's been a long while, guys. I've gone through so much on my, in terms of employment. I went from working 4 days a week down to 3 days a week, and then a few people quit at work, so now I'm back up to 5 days a week. And it's a very stressful job. I work for my brother-in-law's logistics company, so it's just, I'm running from 7:30 until 4:30 every day. It just gets me so tired, so I just haven't had a lot of time to do anything with the cars. But I think I'm starting to get my second wind, and we've got some stuff to finish. And I thought we would just take a quick run through the fleet, get ourselves centered, and then maybe we'll focus on a couple different cars once we get the videos rolling again. Notice my windshield? That's not a mistake. Those birds did that on purpose. I wish that there was poison bird seed that I can poison every bird in America so it would never fly. We just picked a dead one up off the driveway that hit my window. I'm wondering if I can get a 20 by 20 plate of glass and just put it in my front yard, because I'm so sick of having to clean bird droppings off my car. And I mean, that's summer, winter. I'm kidding you, so before anybody calls up like the Animal Protection Society, no, I'm really not going to kill every bird. So let's take a look at what's going on here in the BMW. Okay, we've got to replace one of the air conditioning lines. And of course, it's a line that is right down here in the engine compartment that goes directly underneath the heat shield against the back. I almost had it out the other day, and the heat shield was holding me in, and I didn't want to bend the heat shield because I can't stand that when people do work on cars and then they break stuff, all in the name of getting it done. It's not going to work. Next, we'll move on to the Jaguar, aka Satan, aka Beelzebub, aka everything I hate in one car. You notice the BMW is a German car. I have a bad air conditioning line. That's about it whenever it breaks. This car really, the car doesn't break. This Jaguar, so far, I've done the rear suspension, I've put new tires on, I've done brakes all around, I've cleaned the living daylights out of it. It doesn't look it now because I haven't been riding it, so it actually looks. There's all sap and everything stuck to it. I've got to clean it again. And from letting it sit, I don't know if you noticed, but there is a battery charger on it because the battery went low and it won't start. I'm just so frustrated. I bought this car just to play with. I thought that it would be fun. There's a reason that I don't have MGBs anymore. There's a reason that there's nothing English in my garage. It's all about the German. It's all about fixing it once and getting it done. I've been told that there are people that really enjoy having things break and they enjoy the challenge of putting it back together. Not me. It just makes me bitter. I just cannot stand it. So this one, and it has to dry out because it leaked a little bit of rain into the back. So I have all the doors open, drying it out. I'm hoping that's all that it is, that maybe the fuel pump's just not working because maybe something got wet or damp inside. So I'll sort this out. And then this one is for sale. After that big cock up I just gave it, I'll bet you all want to like come and put a bid in on this car. Yeah, it happens. Next, the Kawasaki. Nothing ever breaks on this motorcycle. I replace the battery and the tires, and I change the oil. That's about it. It's time for new tires on this. Oh, and I can also drop it now that we just put a deal in today. My buddy and I are going in on a professional tire machine for our motorcycles. It was under $1,000 used, and the way that we've been changing out tires, it's just a very, very good investment. Plus, you don't have to call a shop up, and we're not at their mercy. You can do your tires whenever you want to. So, as you can see, I don't know if we can get the camera on this, but I don't think a back tire is supposed to be that square. I think they're actually supposed to have like a peak to them, like my new tire on my track bike. You'll notice that the track bike is still taped up. We've already done one track day. We didn't do any track days last year because of COVID. We're back on the track this year. I already did a day. We're going up on Sunday. And also I have 2 more days scheduled at the end of July. I love this Yamaha R3. Again, change the oil, change the tires, change the brake pads, and that's a track bike. And my last tires I got like 2 seasons out of, which I guess as I get better, I'll probably start ripping through them a lot faster. The Ducati. Oh, hooray, hurrah. It needs nothing other than tires. Can you see a theme here? I thought that by buying the Michelin Pilot Sports, I thought, oh, that'll be a nice soft tire. I'll get good grip. I'll be able to get so much handling on the road. And the problem is it's more of a track-oriented tire, and getting it heated up, it just doesn't happen on the road. So then the back end is squiggly when you go through the turns. So I think I'll back down to a more street-oriented tire for this. But hey, this is all the fun stuff. I mean, it runs perfectly. It's clean enough. You'll notice I don't really clean my stuff. I'm not one of those Concours guys. They get cleaned once or twice a year, whether they need it or not. So the Ducati, we're good. Next we got the Porsche. This Porsche again is like my BMW. They're German. They don't break. You just drive them, drive them, drive them. The only thing that did wear out on this is there is a rubber header shield that should be here on the top of the windshield. So I think what we're gonna do is I have to keep cleaning this to get rid of all the old glue. And then there's glue down the side here. So I have to just keep cleaning until I can get this incredibly clean, and then the new glue will stick, and I have all new rubber. And I think I have enough rubber that I can even go around the doors if I really want to. So that's it. I love a car where all that you're really doing is all you're really doing is like fun stuff to it, like cosmetic stuff. Here, let me reach over and show you something I got at the Porsche Club Swap Meet. I don't know if you ever noticed that a lot of Porsches have auto heat in them. And by auto heat, there's a little sensor that's right up here under the windshield, and it senses the temperature. And you set this little box in between the seats, you turn the dial, and in theory, it should work, and it should just keep the heat working. They break. Unfortunately, they break. It was a great idea, I'm sure, but I think this car is getting close to 40 years old. It doesn't work. So now I've gone back to the old school. I don't know if you've ever seen these. This is a new emergency brake handle I got. And I finally am going with the old school. Just pull these, and my heat is now manual. I will never have to rely on that automatic system again. And you know how much this was at the Porsche Club Swap Meet in York? $40. Again, I love a cheap fix. We got one more. I think that's all we have to talk about for today. We've got the Honda here. Honda CB404. For some odd reason, it just doesn't want to start. So at first I thought that it was the fuel filter, because guys, this is what ethanol gas does to fuel filters if you buy a cheap one. Look at how it just it all but melted it. Crap. So I've just got to go through this again, get it working, and start riding it again. Because to be honest with you, I'd like to get rid of the Jaguar, and I'd like to get rid of this motorcycle. I think that would put some money in my bank account. It'll trim down the herd a little bit. Let me focus on some other projects, maybe get something new in here. So, I mean, you know, a lot of people, if we hadn't spoken for such a long time, you'd probably see a bunch of new vehicles in and out. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really lazy. And after working 5 days a week, I come home, you know what I want to do? I want to sit my butt down and watch someone else's YouTube videos, not make my own. But I got to get back into it. I think it'll be a nice weekend project. We'll get back into it. I even got some video software. I got a tripod for my camera. Now I just have to take some time and learn how to use it all. So, I think now that you're all caught up, I just want you all to have a positive week ahead. And thank you so much for watching Chris's Moto Life. Bye-bye.